Have you ever felt as if your mind is an endless labyrinth, a maze designed to keep you locked in repetitive cycles, chained to familiar patterns, and distracted by the incessant noise of your own thoughts? Wake up now. This isn't just another message. It's a call to break free from the shackles of mental conditioning. What if I told you that everything you believe to be true about your reality is merely an illusion? What if the stories that define your life were crafted not by your own hands, but by forces beyond your awareness? Every day, from the moment you open your eyes, your mind starts weaving a tapestry of habits, beliefs, and emotions that form the very fabric of your existence. It's a masterpiece of deception, painted with the brushstrokes of routines and predictable reactions. Yet, beneath this seeming order lies a chaotic truth, a hidden force that manipulates every thought, every emotion, and every decision. You might be surprised to learn that the comforting sense of control you experience is nothing more than an illusion. This is your wake-up call. Our journey begins with a question. Who are you when you strip away the labels, the habits, and the constant chatter of your inner world? As you take your first tentative steps towards self-awareness, you will discover that the answer lies not in the noise of daily life, but in the silent space between each thought. This is where true freedom begins, when you learn that you are not your thoughts, but the eternal observer behind them. Imagine your mind as a vast, intricate labyrinth, a sprawling maze with countless corridors twisting and turning into the depths of your subconscious. Each corridor represents a habitual thought, each doorway a conditioned response, and every corner hides memories of past experiences, both cherished and painful. In this labyrinth, familiar patterns keep you confined. Every time you try to venture beyond the known, a sudden flash, a worry about the future, a reminder of the past, pulls you back into the safety of routine. Think about the moments when you've been so caught up in a single thought that time seemed to stand still. Perhaps you were lost in regret or anxiety, replaying the same mental scenes over and over. That, my friend, is the mind's masterful trick. It creates a sense of continuity, a feeling that these repetitive patterns are your true identity. But here's the secret. You are not the loop. The patterns are merely echoes of a conditioned existence, a defense mechanism designed to keep you in your comfort zone. Every time you find yourself in this cycle, you are being gently reminded of the mind's unwavering desire for predictability. It clings to what it knows because familiarity equals safety. However, safety can also mean stagnation. The more you surrender to these patterns, the more you inadvertently dim the spark of your inner potential. And that spark, the raw, untamed essence of who you truly are, is waiting to burst forth if only you dare to question the status quo. From the moment you wake up, your senses are bombarded with stimuli. The world outside is a barrage of sounds, images, and messages designed to capture your attention and keep you engaged. Social media feeds, breaking news, and the relentless buzz of digital notifications create an environment where distraction is the norm. Your mind becomes accustomed to this constant input, and soon it starts to believe that such external stimuli are the only measures of reality. But consider this. What if the endless chase of distractions is merely a ploy to keep you from delving deeper into your own inner wisdom? When you're preoccupied with the trivialities of daily life, you miss the subtle cues that signal a greater, more profound truth. The voice of your inner self, your true self, is drowned out by the clamor of temporary concerns. This is the great illusion of modern life. Every distraction, every piece of noise is a deliberate diversion. It's as if your mind is caught in a tug-of-war, where one side pulls you toward the familiar and safe, and the other beckons you to explore the boundless depths of your potential. In the battle between habit and awakening, the struggle is fierce. And while the pull of distraction may seem irresistible, each moment spent on autopilot is a moment lost in the journey toward liberation. So, how do you break free? The first step is to become aware. Not just aware of the world around you, but aware of the ceaseless inner chatter that dictates your every move. In that moment of realization, when you begin to observe your thoughts rather than simply succumbing to them, the transformation starts. It's not a dramatic epiphany that strikes like lightning. Rather, it's a gradual, almost imperceptible shift, a gentle peeling away of layers, revealing the essence beneath. Begin by asking yourself, what if I could simply watch my thoughts as they come and go? Picture yourself as a silent witness, observing the parade of emotions, ideas, and impulses without judgment. As you practice this form of mindful observation, you start to see the fleeting nature of each thought. They are not permanent fixtures. They are like wisps of smoke, ephemeral and transient. This is the power of present awareness. In this state of heightened awareness, you realize that your mind's narratives are not the absolute truth. They are simply interpretations, shaped by your past experiences and external conditioning. By stepping back and observing these narratives, you create a space where change is possible. You open the door to an inner realm that is not governed by fear, regret, or the need for constant validation. At the core of this transformation lies profound truth. You are not your thoughts. The real you is a silent observer behind the mental drama. Imagine standing on the bank of a vast, flowing river. The water represents a constant stream of thoughts and emotions that come and go, sometimes turbulent, sometimes calm. But you, the one who stands at the edge, remain unperturbed by the ever-changing current. You are the observer, the eternal presence that exists regardless of what the water carries downstream. This realization is both liberating and transformative. When you identify with the observer rather than the passing thoughts, you step into a space of pure possibility. In this space, the weight of past regrets and the anxiety of future uncertainties lose their grip. You become free to explore life with a newfound sense of curiosity and wonder, unburdened by the chains of habitual thinking. This is the essence of true awakening. Letting go is not an act of resignation. It is an act of empowerment. It means releasing the need to control every aspect of your life, acknowledging that the true power lies in surrendering to the flow of existence. Consider the many moments in your life when you clung to a particular belief or memory, thinking it defined you. With each such moment, you reinforce the illusion of a fixed identity, a self that is unchanging and limited. But what if, by letting go, you could open yourself up to an entirely new way of being? The process of letting go is gradual and often challenging. It requires patience, compassion, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself. It means observing your emotions without becoming entangled in them, recognizing that every feeling, no matter how intense, is a temporary visitor in the vast landscape of your consciousness. This is the art of surrender. As you practice this art, you begin to notice a remarkable shift. The rigid boundaries that once defined you start to soften. You no longer feel compelled to hold on to every thought, every emotion, as if they were the essence of your being. Instead, you learn to let them drift away, like leaves carried by the wind, leaving behind a calm and expansive awareness. This is a gateway to a deeper, more authentic sense of self. Time is an illusion, a construct of the mind that divides existence into past, present, and future. In truth, all that truly exists is the now. The past is a collection of memories, and the future is a realm of possibilities. But the present moment is where life unfolds in its raw, unfiltered form. When you allow yourself to fully inhabit the present, you tap into a power that is beyond comprehension. This is where real magic occurs. In the present moment, you experience life as it is, vibrant, dynamic, and infinitely rich. Every breath, every heartbeat becomes a testament to the beauty of existence. The worries about what was or what might be fade away, replaced by a profound sense of clarity and presence. You begin to understand that true freedom is not about escaping reality, but about embracing it fully, without the distortion of past conditioning or future anxieties. The practice of living in the now is a lifelong journey. It involves continually redirecting your attention back to the present, especially when the mind tries to wander into the realms of distraction. Each moment of awareness is a small victory, a step closer to the realization that the only moment that matters is this one. This is the path to unbridled freedom. Pain and struggle are inevitable parts of the human experience. Yet, within every challenge lies an opportunity for transformation. When you face your fears, your regrets, and your insecurities head-on, you discover that these experiences are not your enemies but your greatest teachers. Every moment of discomfort is a call to awaken, a reminder that growth often comes from the very areas where you feel most vulnerable. Imagine your pain as a dark cloud that hovers over your consciousness. At first, it seems all-encompassing, a heavy burden that obscures the light. But with each conscious breath, as you observe the cloud without judgment, you begin to notice its edges. Slowly, you realize that the cloud is not as dense as it once appeared. It's filled with gaps of clarity, moments where light breaks through. This is the power of conscious transformation. By transforming pain into power, you reclaim the parts of yourself that were lost to fear and sorrow. You learn to see your struggles as stepping stones, each one leading you closer to a deeper understanding of who you are. This process requires courage, the courage to face your inner demons and the resilience to keep moving forward, even when the path is steep and uncertain. Your journey toward awakening is not a single, dramatic event. It's a continuous process of discovery. Each day, as you practice mindful observation and learn to let go of the mental traps that have long confined you, you uncover new layers of your being. You start to see patterns that once went unnoticed, insights that reveal the truth hidden behind the facade of everyday life. This journey is deeply personal and uniquely challenging. There will be moments when old habits reassert themselves, when the familiar voices of doubt and fear threaten to pull you back into the maze of your mind. But with each such moment, you have a choice to resist or to observe and let go. Each choice to observe is a step toward greater clarity, a step toward understanding that your true essence lies beyond the transient fluctuations of thought and emotion. As you progress on this path, you may find that the world around you begins to change as well. The colors seem brighter, the sounds more harmonious, and even the simplest moments carry a profound sense of meaning. Life, in its purest form, becomes a rich tapestry of experiences that invite you to explore and evolve. This is the beauty of awakening. Self-realization is a miraculous moment when you finally see through the veil of illusion. It's the moment when the scattered fragments of your identity coalesce into a unified whole, a realization that the true you is not confined by time, space, or the limitations of thought. Instead, you are an ever-present consciousness, a luminous essence that remains constant regardless of the external chaos. This revelation is nothing short of transformative. It dissolves the boundaries that have long separated you from the world and unites you with a vast, interconnected web of existence. In this state, the divisions between self and other, past and future, become irrelevant. What remains is a pure, unadulterated experience of life, a moment of clarity where all illusions fade away. This is the core of true liberation. Self-realization isn't about attaining perfection or achieving some mystical state beyond reach. It's about embracing the truth that lies at the heart of your being, the unchanging presence that witnesses every thought, every emotion, every moment. When you reach this state, you no longer seek validation or affirmation from the external world, for you have discovered that the only validation that matters comes from within. Life is a dance, a delicate interplay between thought and silence, between action and stillness. For most of us, the rhythm is dictated by the mind, a constant barrage of ideas and emotions that rarely allows us to pause. Yet, it is in the spaces between the notes, the silence, that true beauty emerges. These silent spaces are not voids but vibrant, dynamic realms where creativity and intuition flourish. Imagine, for a moment, that you could slow down the frantic pace of your thoughts. Picture yourself sitting in a quiet room where every breath is a reminder of the present, and every heartbeat is a testament to the vibrancy of life. In that serene space, you begin to hear the subtle music of existence, a melody that resonates deep within your soul. This is the power of silence. By embracing moments of stillness, you create an inner sanctuary where your true self can emerge. It is here, in the calm and quiet, that you can truly reflect on your life, your purpose, and your deepest desires. The mind, with all its chatter, recedes into the background, and in its place, a profound sense of peace and clarity takes over. This is a dance of thought and silence, a dance that, when mastered, leads to a life of unparalleled depth and meaning. For years, you have been conditioned to believe that your thoughts, your habits, and your emotions are the sum total of who you are. Society, education, and personal experiences have all contributed to building a narrative that feels as solid as a rock. Yet, as you begin to peel away these layers, you discover that the narrative is not as fixed as it seems. In fact, it is malleable, fluid, ever-changing, and open to transformation. This transition from conditioning to awakening is akin to emerging from a long, dark tunnel into the brilliant light of day. At first, the light may seem blinding, and you might be overwhelmed by the sudden clarity. But gradually, you learn to adjust, to see the world in its true, unfiltered glory. Every new experience, every moment of mindful awareness, chips away at the old constructs, revealing the raw, unadulterated essence of life. The journey is not without its challenges. There will be times when the old patterns resurface, when the familiar voices of doubt and fear try to reclaim their territory. But with each conscious choice to observe and let go, you strengthen your connection to the present. You realize that the only constant in life is change, and by embracing that truth, you unlock a reservoir of resilience and creativity. This is the evolution of the soul. Intentional living is a practice of aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your deepest values and aspirations. It's about moving beyond the autopilot of daily routines and making deliberate choices that honor your true self. When you live intentionally, you are not swayed by the fleeting distractions of the external world. Instead, you remain anchored in a space of clarity and purpose. Consider the simple act of pausing before reacting. Each pause is an opportunity, a chance to choose a different path, a moment to reflect on what truly matters. Over time, these small choices accumulate, creating a ripple effect that transforms your entire experience of life. You begin to see that every moment is imbued with potential, every breath a chance to start anew. This is the art of living consciously. Intentional living also means embracing vulnerability, the willingness to face uncertainty and to let go of the need for constant control. It is in this vulnerability that you discover your true strength, your capacity to love, to create, and to transform. By living with intention, you break free from the chains of past conditioning and step into a realm where possibilities are limitless. Within each of us lies a reservoir of untapped potential, a spark of genius, creativity, and resilience waiting to be ignited. For too long, that spark has been dimmed by the relentless demands of daily life and the constraints of habitual thought. But as you awaken to the truth of your existence, you begin to realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever imagined. This awakening is not about achieving perfection or conforming to a predetermined ideal. It's about recognizing that your potential is as vast and boundless as the universe itself. Every challenge you face, every setback, is an invitation to explore new dimensions of your being. With each step on the path of awareness, you reclaim a piece of the extraordinary power that lies dormant within you. This is the unleashing of your true self. Imagine a life where you no longer feel confined by the limitations of your past. A life where every moment is a canvas, waiting for you to paint your unique story. This is not a distant dream. It is a natural state of being when you align with the present moment and tap into the wellspring of your inner potential. As you nurture this spark, you begin to see that the possibilities before you are infinite, and the only boundaries that exist are the ones you create. Our emotions and thoughts are like the vibrant colors on an artist's palette, each one unique, each one contributing to the masterpiece of your life. Yet, when these colors are mixed haphazardly, they can create a muddled, overwhelming picture. The key is to learn how to channel these emotions and thoughts, to let them flow freely while maintaining a sense of balance and clarity. Every emotion you experience is a message, a signal that something within you needs attention, healing, or transformation. Rather than suppressing or denying these emotions, embrace them as part of your journey. Observe them as they arise, understand their origins, and then let them dissolve into the vast expanse of your awareness. This is the true essence of emotional intelligence. In this dynamic interplay, the mind learns to dance gracefully with the heart. When you allow yourself to feel fully, without being overwhelmed by the intensity, you create a harmonious space where creativity and insight flourish. It is in this state of balanced awareness that you begin to unlock the secrets of your inner world and harness the full spectrum of your emotions as tools for growth. One of the most potent catalysts for change is the simple act of questioning. Every time you ask, "Why do I believe this?" or "Is there another way to see this?" you challenge the very foundations of your conditioning. This seemingly simple inquiry has the power to shatter long-held illusions and open your mind to new possibilities. Questioning is not an act of rebellion. It is a natural, healthy process of self-discovery. When you allow yourself to question without judgment, you create a fertile ground for transformation. The rigid structures of thought begin to crumble, and in their place, a more expansive, fluid understanding of reality emerges. This is the path to true wisdom. As you cultivate the habit of questioning, you will notice that every aspect of your life starts to change. The opinions you once held as absolute begin to soften, the barriers between past and future blur, and you find yourself living in a state of perpetual curiosity and wonder. This constant state of inquiry is the essence of growth. It is what drives you to explore, to evolve, and to ultimately awaken to the infinite potential that lies within. At the heart of awakening is a realization that everything is interconnected. The boundaries you perceive between yourself and the world are merely illusions, constructs of the mind designed to create a false sense of separation. In truth, you are an integral part of a vast, pulsating network of life where every thought, emotion, and experience resonates with the energy of the cosmos. This understanding is both humbling and empowering. It reminds you that you are never truly alone. Every challenge you face, every moment of triumph, is shared by the collective consciousness of all beings. Embracing this interconnectedness dissolves the illusion of isolation and opens you to the transformative power of unity and compassion. This is a realization of oneness. By recognizing the web of connections that binds us all, you begin to see that your individual journey is part of a larger, cosmic dance. Each step you take toward awakening is a step toward healing not just yourself, but the entire tapestry of life. And in that healing, you discover that the true measure of freedom lies in our shared humanity, in our collective ability to rise above the limitations of our conditioning and embrace a life of genuine, unbridled connection. The journey to awakening is an ongoing adventure, a continuous exploration of the self and the boundless universe within. With every breath, every moment of mindful observation, you peel away another layer of illusion, revealing a deeper truth that has always been there. This path is not linear. It is a series of twists, turns, and unexpected revelations that challenge you to grow, adapt, and ultimately transform. There will be days when the old patterns resurface with stubborn force, when the familiar voices of doubt and fear try to reclaim their hold. In those moments, remember that each challenge is an invitation, a chance to dig deeper, to question more, and to affirm your commitment to living in the now. Every struggle, every setback, is but a stepping stone on the path to self-realization. Allow yourself to explore the uncharted territories of your mind. Embrace the unknown with courage and curiosity, knowing that every experience, no matter how daunting, brings you closer to the truth of who you are. This is the call of the universe, an invitation to be more, to do more, to experience life in its most raw and beautiful form. Awakening is not a destination. It is a lifelong practice, a series of moments where you choose awareness over distraction, presence over preoccupation. Like any skill, it requires patience, persistence, and an unwavering commitment to self-growth. There will be moments when the progress seems slow, when the mind's habitual patterns feel insurmountable. But remember, every moment of conscious awareness is a victory, every step forward a testament to your resilience. The practice of mindfulness is a daily ritual, a gentle reminder that the present moment is where true power resides. It is in these quiet moments, when you allow yourself to simply be, that you unlock the door to a deeper understanding of life. With each mindful breath, you reaffirm your connection to the eternal, to the vast reservoir of wisdom that lies within. This is a journey of patience, the path of the awakened. One of the greatest challenges on this path is learning to embrace uncertainty. The familiar is comforting, but it can also be a prison. The unknown, with all the potential and promise, may seem daunting at first. Yet, it is in the realm of the unknown that true transformation takes place. When you allow yourself to step into uncertainty, you open up to a world of possibilities that defy the limitations of past conditioning. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is a decision to move forward despite it. Every time you choose to face the unknown, you are strengthening your inner resolve, forging a new path that is uniquely your own. Trust in the process, and know that each moment of uncertainty carries with it the seeds of profound change. This is the courage to be free, the bravery to discover your true self. There is a profound beauty in silence, a quiet, resonant space where the true voice of your soul can be heard. In a world filled with constant noise and distraction, finding moments of inner silence is like discovering a hidden oasis in the desert. It is in this sacred space that the chatter of the mind subsides, and you are left with the pure, unfiltered essence of your being. Embrace these moments of silence, and let them guide you toward a deeper understanding of life. In the stillness, you will find clarity, insight, and a renewed sense of purpose. The inner silence is not emptiness. It is a vibrant, dynamic field of potential, waiting to be explored. This is the sound of true awakening, the whisper of the universe. True awakening is achieved when the mind and heart align in perfect harmony. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions resonate with the deepest truths of your being, you enter a state of profound balance, a state where every moment is imbued with meaning and purpose. This convergence is the ultimate expression of your inner power, a symphony of existence that transcends the ordinary. As you cultivate this alignment, You begin to see that your life is not a series of isolated events, but a continuous, flowing stream of experiences that are interconnected and interdependent. Each moment, each interaction, becomes a note in the grand composition of your existence. This is a song of life, a melody that calls you to dance with the universe. The final revelation in this journey is simple yet profound. You are the awakened one. You are not defined by the fleeting thoughts, the transient emotions, or the conditioned responses that have long dictated your life. Instead, you are the eternal observer, the timeless essence that exists beyond confines of form and illusion. This realization is both humbling and exhilarating. It is a moment when you fully understand that the power to shape your reality lies within you. Every experience, every challenge, every moment of joy and sorrow has led you to this point. The journey of awakening is not about acquiring something new. It is about uncovering the timeless truth that has always been within you. This is your ultimate realization, the undeniable truth that you are limitless, unbound, and full of endless possibility. As you carry this truth into every aspect of your life, you begin to see that freedom is not a destination but a continuous state of being. It is the effortless recognition that, no matter what challenges you face, the core of your existence remains unchanged, a luminous, radiant presence that is eternally free. And in that freedom, you discover that life, in all its complexity and beauty, is a wondrous, ever-unfolding adventure. Now, I invite you to take a deep breath and embrace this newfound perspective. Let go of the constraints that have held you back and step boldly into the light of awareness. Your journey has just begun, and every moment is a precious opportunity to create a life of authenticity, joy, and profound meaning. As you move forward, remember that the true power lies not in the external world, but in the silent, infinite space within you. It is there that you will find the strength to overcome any obstacle, the wisdom to navigate life's uncertainties, and the courage to live fully in the present. This is a call to live, a call to awaken, to explore, and to become the true expression of yourself. Let the echoes of these words resonate in your heart as you embark on this incredible journey. With each step, with each breath, you are rewriting the narrative of your life, one that is free from illusion, brimming with potential, and illuminated by the radiant light of your inner truth. Wake up, see clearly, live fully,